we started from, there was like this huge disaster like hundreds of thousands of years ago that killed off like everyone except for like 300 people. And those 300 people in Africa is where we came from. And they spread. Some of them went this way, some went that.
Yeah.
And now there's billions of us from 300 people. There's more genetic diversity in apes than there are humans because they call it like a genetic bottleneck. So all the people, we only have diversity in 300 people. So you don't get too much differences. And then it's kind of cool. And then we all populate everywhere.
Yeah, but how does the Asian races and the African races and the white race, how does that all come out of 300 people?
Yeah, so when they go in different areas, like skin color literally just comes from, we adapted to have it, so people that are closer to the equator had more sunlight, so they produced more melanin, which made it so their skin was darker, so they wouldn't get cancer and die. So with the closer you are to the equator, the darker skin you have, so you could survive, pretty much. And then when you're farther away from the equator, like Scandinavia or Canada or stuff like that, you would need more sunlight. So you'd produce, I think it was either you produce less melanin or more, so then you could get more vitamin D from the sun. So that's why you're lighter.
They didn't teach me that in school.
Yeah. So that's why that happens. And then, because when people go, my teacher explained it really well. They used the example of if you have a bunch of, I don't know, deer on an island or something, and then you take, say whatever, an earthquake happens, and it splits the deer in half.
Right.
So half the deer are on this side and half are on that. The right side deer evolve in a certain way to adapt to their surroundings and their environment.
Right.
And this side does the same. So they can evolve completely different from the same thing based on the environment they're in. So that's why the Asians are different, Africans are different, Europeans are different, because they had different environments that made them different people over like thousands of years.
Right.
Which I find kind of cool.
Right.
And even from like, I don't know, it's not that big of a difference anymore for Americans because it's only been like 300 years or something. Right. But just to see people from Kentucky to compare him to New Jersey or compare him to how am I forgetting? Indiana.
Right.
It's so wild how different people are. Because but that's why I love college, because I know people from Indiana, I know people from California, I know people from Florida, Georgia, Europe, Nigeria.
Really?
Like, I know people from everywhere, and I love it because I get different perspectives on how they live their life and what they value and what they don't and how they act. It's really cool to see just where you live can determine who you are.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
I mean, if you'd ever go out and visit our cousins in the Midwest, they're so different from us.
Yeah. And it's weird. We're the same.
And they come out here and they're lost. They're lost.
It must be weird. Would you ever go back to Indiana?
Not to live.
Yeah.
But it's really upsetting, I guess, because when I grew up in this little town of Oakland City, 3,000 people, somewhere like that, 3,200. As I said, the high school was 300 people maybe. Mm-hmm. And we had a department store.
Yeah.
We had 2 drugstores, 2 jewelry shops.
Yeah.
A couple of soda fountains. The lower high school grades hung out in one soda fountain, and when you got to be a junior, you could move up to Upson's Palace. But if you came in there as a freshman, you were like, you don't belong here.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
And we all hung out, you know.
That's kind of cool. I like that, though. Yeah. It's different, but everything has its pros and cons, you know. That sounds nice, that community aspect of it. Because here, there's just so many people.
Yes.
Like
you don't have that.
No, you don't know everyone.
No.
You walk down the street, you'll see someone new every day.
Yeah.
Which is kind of cool, but also it would be nice to have like a family feel. But maybe one day I should go out to Indiana. I got to see where my roots are from.
Right.
I do think I'm a little bit more of a country boy than I am a city boy.
Yeah.
So
Well, I'll hook you up with my cousin Dick.
yeah.
They're farmers. You know, they now their sons are. I'm thinking your dad's age or somewhere around that. And they farm thousands of acres, James. Now,
Really?
You can't imagine what 1,000 acres looks
Yeah,
like.
no. That's insane.
And they have this big machinery that they do it in and take care of. So
That's a lot.
totally different. They're up daybreak and they
Yeah.
work hard. And
That's a different lifestyle.
totally different. Because it's a 7-day-a-week job.
Yeah. And
You
never
know,
get
especially if you got livestock.
break. Yeah.
You know.
So do they raise livestock too?
Not now,
Yeah.
but at one point, and that's a funny story. Pat and I, Nana and I went out and stayed overnight with Don and Betty in their old farmhouse, and they were farming all the acreage, and it supports a family pretty well, but they thought it didn't make enough money to support 2 families. So their son became a pig farmer, and he had 300 pigs
Oh my gosh.
in the barn
Yeah.
about 100 yards from the house.
Yeah.
100, maybe shorter than that, I'm not
Yeah.
sure, in the barn.
That's pretty close.
Yeah, pretty close. And so Betty says to Nana, pray for an east wind, Pat. Well, Pat had no clue what it meant.
Yeah.
that meant if the west wind came and blew the stink to the
Oh.
pigs, we wouldn't be eating dinner out on the
Oh.
patio.
Oh, that's gross.
We woke up that next morning and Nana said, "What is that smell?" Said we didn't get an east
West
wind.
wind. That's the smell.
It's bad.
That's gross. Yeah, I don't know if I could live like that.
Oh.
Live farming, working hard every day.
Yeah.
I learned working at Country Mile.
They
I'm like,
grew up in it, so they
Yeah.
didn't know any different.
True.
And if you grow up, it's the norm. Where to us it's foreign.
not.
It's to them it's the norm.
Yeah, because when I would work at Country Mile, I'd say, I can't do this for the rest of my life. Like I need to do anything but labor.
Yeah.
Like I can't do it.
Yeah.
I'm not built for that. I mean, I guess if I was born in it, I guess it would be the norm.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I got that skinny body type. I'm
Yeah.
like you. I'm a
No, you
stick.
know, James.
I'm trying to grow. I'm getting up. I was 150. I'm at 160 now. So
Oh, are you?
I'm getting up.
Oh.
I'm getting up there. Got to get the legs a little bigger.
Don't
though.
worry. In
Yeah.
a few years, it'll be the opposite. You're trying
True.
to get it off.
Fair. Oh,
Like, how do I get rid of this metal?
Yeah.
Exercise. Who wants to do that?
I mean, that's the thing. That's why I never wanted to start exercising. Because I'm like, well, once I stop, it's all going to go away.
Yeah.
So might as
Yeah.
well just stay like this. But my friends at school in my fraternity got me into exercising.
Oh, they did.
They're all massive.
Yeah.
And it made me feel very bad. I'm like, oh, they look good and they're working hard. I'm like,
Yeah, but it's
Help
not.
me out.
It's not good to get all that body mass.
really?
At some point, you're not going to be able to maintain it.
Yeah, true. That's why
I
I'm just
mean,
doing.
you know, really the muscle,
Yeah.
bodybuilder type stuff.
Yeah, I'm just trying to stay healthy at this
Just
point.
keep it all working.
Yeah, as long as I stay healthy, like I'm
Yeah.
fine. I can
Keep
eat what
it
I want.
toned.
I'll keep it
Yeah.
toned.
That's
Keep
it.
it toned.
Just keep it toned.